It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got two beers to battle against one another. I'm going to go as far as to say that they're probably the two most sold ales in the UK. On my left, your right, is Fuller's London Pride, coming in at 4.7% ABV in a 500ml bottle. And to my right, your left, is a bottle of Green King's Old Speckled Hen. Morland Old Speckled Hen, I should say. 4.8% ABV. 0.1% stronger. 500ml bottle, clear glass bottle on the Old Speckled Hen. Dark brown glass on the Fuller's London Pride. There's the bottle cap. We've got a white bottle cap on the Old Speckled Hen. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. A little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. Using regular kind of pint pots for this battle, this review. So, beer in the glass. Look at that. Lots and lots of carbonation sticking to the side of this glass. Now, it might be a dirty glass on my part. My sincere apologies. One finger whitehead. Now, what happens with a slightly dirty glass, if you've got a bit of dust in the glass, like if I haven't used this glass for a long time and there's a little bit of dust in there, the carbonation will stick to that dust on the side, even if it's the smallest amount of dust, and it will kind of look a little bit like this. How embarrassing. Amber in colour though, looks pretty good. How clean is the tiny rebel glass? Let's find out. Fuller's London Pride. A little bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass. I feel like closing my eyes at this point. Oh, there we go. You can tell I'm not a bad dishwasher. Just got the one wrong. One finger white head on this one, slightly off white head. Good levels of carbonation. Again, amber in colour. Shall we put the two beers side by side and have a look? Now, intriguingly, I would say the Old Speckled Hen is slightly darker than the Fuller's London Pride. Now, does that... I mean, the London Pride's got a better head than the Old Speckled Hen. But I'm not sure how much that kind of surprises me. Because I think that what kind of got me here, in terms of being... I was thinking that the London Pride was going to be slightly darker, is probably just down to the glass. The brown bottle glass that they use for the London Pride versus the clear glass of the Old Speckled Hen. Right, I had my first pint of Fuller's London Pride in a London pub as part of GBBF. I went to the Great British Beer Festival, and on my way home I had an hour to spare, so I found a Fuller's pub and I had a London Pride, my first cask London Pride, and it was lovely. It was a really nice pint. So let's start off with the Fuller's London Pride then. Let's get the aroma. Lovely. Lovely. I tell you what I've really enjoyed since doing these battles, these back and forth battles between the two beers. is the fact that I haven't visited these beers in bottles for a number of years, and it's surprising me just how good they are. They're part of they're 4 for £6.50, 4 bottles for £6.50 in your local Tesco. Probably a very similar deal in Morrison's or Sainsbury's, or Asda for that matter. Yeah, but they're really solid beers. A lovely kind of little bit of nuttiness coming through, a little bit of caramel coming through, a little bit of a fruity, hoppy note. It's actually got me salivating. Let's dive into this one. Cheers, everybody. Fuller's London Pride. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful pint. Biscuity, nutty, hoppy. Caramel malt coming through. Lovely mouthfeel. Touch roasty. Lovely bitterness on the back end. I do like a London Pride in the bottle. I always have done. In fact, I think when I first reviewed London Pride in the bottle, I absolutely loved it. I remember loving it. And I got to be honest with you, I'm going to go in for another sip. It's a fantastic beer. Fantastic in the bottle. This beer I don't think has changed in 12 years since I first reviewed it. It's still terrific. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Let's put it up against Green King's Old Speckled Hen. Another beer I'm very fond of. Another beer that I've drank many bottles of. I used to play snooker in a snooker club, and the lady behind the counter, she used to get us bottles of Old Speckled Hen in. And we used to drink it weekly until I changed snooker clubs. So let's get into Old Speckled Hen then. Little bit of an astringent bitterness coming through, and a little bit tinny and metallic, which slightly disappointing, if I'm honest with you. Slightly disappointing. It's still a good beer. It's a very good beer. It's, again, nutty, biscuity, a little bit of sweetness coming through, balancing off of that bitterness on the back end. A little bit of an astringent bitterness though, and a little bit tinny and metallic. Shame, really. Shame, because I generally it's a decent pint, but putting it up against Fuller's London Pride, I thought it was going to be more of a fair battle. I thought Old Speckled Hen would have had a better kind of fist of it. It's not bad by any means. There's a little bit of caramel malt coming through, biscuity, nutty, hoppy, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of bitterness, nicely balanced. It's just little points of what's not happening in the Fuller's London Pride is there's no tinniness, there's no metallic taste, and there's no astringent bitterness. The Fuller's London Pride seems a lot more kind of well-rounded. Quite surprised, actually. Although I loved London Pride, I'm surprised that Old Speckled Hen didn't give more of a fist of it, didn't give more of a fight. But they sell lots of this beer. Okay, so I'm going to rate it. Old Speckled Hen by Morland, now Green King. Yeah, that astringent bitterness it won't go away. It's hanging around. The metallic taste as well is kind of hanging around. It's a shame. It's a shame. I wanted it to fight better. I wanted it to give Fuller's a real push, you know, a real 12-rounder type of thing. But it hasn't been a 12-rounder at all. It's been a 3-round knockout, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna say 6 out of 10 for Old Speckled Hen. Fuller's London Pride. It's a completely different beer. It's more well-rounded. It's got a better mouthfeel. There's a creaminess there. There's a richness. There's layers of flavour. It's a far superior beer in my eyes. I'm going to say 9 out of 10 for the Fuller's London Pride. It's absolutely annihilated, if you like, Old Speckled Hen. I hope you liked the video. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.